Okay guys, so great. So in this video we will talk about how you can access multiple AWS accounts, right? Suppose you have multiple AWS accounts. So how you will log in, right? Suppose you are an administrator or suppose you are an outsider, right? And you want to access multiple accounts, what is the right way? So this topic is very important. Why? Because most of the company, if you are learning cloud, basically you are learning for job, right? So if you work for companies, you will find that most of the companies are having multiple AWS accounts, and it is not good practice. Like for every account they give you some user ID and password, and then you able to log in, right? This is not the recommended practice. Okay, let's try to understand by this example. Like suppose you have one user, one account, two account, right? Three accounts like this. So what you can do, maybe like you will have one user password, right? This is the way you will log in one account number one. Then in another account, person used to create the people used to create another account, right? User password. Then again in third account, right? So suppose they have multiple hundred accounts. In hundred of accounts, they will create hundred of users, right? So that would be the manual process, right? And that is quite tedious as well, right? What you do like standard, right? Standard way, kind of. If you have 100 user, 100 AWS accounts, you have to create 100 users, right? And then their user ID and password, right? And suppose somebody left in 100 account, again you need to go and remove the account, right? And if in some account it left, again the issue, right? So this is kind of a tedious task, right? So what is the best way, right? Maybe like here you can do like group management also you can do, like you can create, but again like you have to create a user, then you need to add that user into that particular group, right? And then those particular group also will have some policy, right? So that group will have some policy which is having the required access level. Okay, so this is, but here if you see the efforts is quite high. Okay, so what companies used to do, company used to, okay, and this is not the good practice, right? Recommended way for this is you create a single user account. Okay, one user will be created. Okay, and for the resources, for the accounts where permission is required, your role will be created. Okay, cross account role will be created. This is the standard practice. Okay, now just think what will happen, that you just need to copy this 100 of rules, right? You have to set up just one time this activity, like you set up some rule like say IT support. Okay, you set up this role, and now all 100 accounts have this role, right? Cross account access role, right? And people, we where we have to create those 100 users, we have to create those 100 users at a single place. Okay, and then user can log in. Once they need some permission, they can log in with the I am customize home page, right? And there they just give their account username and password, and then suppose they have to log into other accounts, what they need to do is just need to do switch role. Okay, and that's it, done, right? Because the role would be there, the role would be there in all other accounts, right? So now all the management come basically to that particular role management rather than user management, right? So this way our work become quite healthy, right? And quite less efforts we have to do. All the user management come on to only single place. Okay, so this is how it works. So hope you cleared with this. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll see now this how practically it will work. Okay. So let's think about this. Like suppose you are having one AWS account. Okay. Okay. Your company account kind of, right? And you have resources here. And the other person, right? Or it could be other employee of your kind of like client account, you can say, right? Or you can create a master account as well. Okay, which will have the all the access required for these users, right? So what we will do, like this is your master account, and suppose some consultant comments, they say that they need access of all of your AWS account. Okay, what you will do on the master account, you will create a account for that consultant. Okay, so here this account would be your consultant account, right? Or in this master account you will create a consultant account, right? So it would be consultant account. It would be consultant account. Okay, and it could be your consultant account or it could be your IT support account, right? So just think about that way, like that could be, that is a master account, and then you create a consultant user. Okay, somebody come, you create, or if some new IT admin come, so IT admin account, right? Like that. So this is kind of master account where you will manage all the things, right? And it will assume one STS role. Okay, it will have STS role as inline policy. Okay, this is what actually required. This is what is actually required, right? So whatever the account you create, you will create STS role as inline policy, right? And it is like STS assume role, nothing else. Okay, and these are your AWS accounts. So what you have to do here, you have to create a role there in IAM. You need to create a cross account role here. Okay, you need to create a cross account role here, and then in this role, okay, in this role you need to give required permission for your IT administrators, okay, or audit consultant, right, or any other relative entity, relevant entity, right? This is what actually how it works, right? And how it will get access? Users need to log in via IAM customized dashboard. User need to log in via IAM customized dashboard, right? And then have to do switch rule. Okay, this is what actually is required. So IAM cross account access rules. Okay, this is the process basically which you need to follow. Okay, so if you like this topic, just you can support me while mentioning the comment like you like this topic, right? This is AWS professional topic. Okay, so this would be very interesting, or maybe like you can explore my courses if you want to learn AWS dedicatedly. I would suggest like go to my website web.cloudlearning.co.in, and there you can use, you can explore, you can have number of courses. Meanwhile, this will take 1 minute of you. So you can go to this website web.cloudlearning.co.in, and in the course you can just simply sign up, right? And you can go to courses, and we have number of courses here, right? So I have AWS Solution Architect, very great course. What the cost, right? For 100 users, first 100, because it is, we just recently launched this platform. So for first 100 users, we are giving this course for Hindi just for 1500 rupees. But after first 100 students, uh, this will get over and the price will be definitely for double at least. You can get the batch recording as well for AWS Hindi Solution Architect Associate course, and this is very much popular, right? And you can find the other courses as well, like you can get GCP course. There is one course with the develop DevOps, but it is in like by some other trainer, right? And this is Docker also available. So there are a lot of other courses available. Very reasonable price, and what is the very easy way, right? And you can watch the sample videos as well without any cost. Okay, so we have the sample videos, and you can watch that one very easily. Okay, so that is also available. Okay, so coming back to the topic, so this is the process, right, which you need to follow, and let's try to do it in practically here. Okay, so I have one account which is called my master account, I will say Cloud Learning 25 here, and this is the account where I need the okay ma this is the account, actually Cloud Learning 25 is the account which have the resources. Okay, and there is one account which is called, which I will refer as a master account, and which will called Cloud Learning 06. Okay, Cloud Learning 06 at gmail.com. Sorry, Cloud Learning 06. Okay, so this is my master account here. I will refer, and this is the account which I need to access. Okay, so I have done some setup. The steps are like this. Uh, I have mentioned this process here. Okay, so this, for example, right? So I am saying Cloud Learning 20, sorry, Cloud Learning 06. I am saying that as a master account where we need to create a user. Okay, and this would be your client account, right? Which is here Cloud Learning 0, Cloud Learning 25, right? Where resources exist. Okay, here we need to create the role and give the permissions. So this is example, like I given one S3 permission, right? For S3 access. This role will allow cross, this role should be cross account role. Okay, and you need to put your master account detail here, which will have the user, right? So role will use the account number of master account. Okay, so I will mention it like this now. So I'm just changing it, huh? So in master account where user exists, you need to create an inline policy, and inline policy would be something like this. Okay, inline policy would be something like this. Okay, once you created that, you need to log in into your master account by using I am dashboard login, right? Dashboard login. Okay, so this is the way. So now we'll see like how we can implement this actually. Okay, so this is Cloud Learning 06. Yeah, this is where your user exists. Okay, this you can refer at a master account. Okay, so this is your master account, right? Or This could be your consultant account, you can see. Okay, where you will create all the users, right, for your different IT teams and kind of that. Okay, Cloud Learning 25 is the account where actually my resources exist. Okay, so suppose consultant want to access some resources, so this is the my primary account where my resources actually exist. Okay, or your IT team. Okay, so now I go to the user section and you can create this user. So I have this user called Prashant 6 there. Okay, so I have this user. Now what I need to do, I need to attach this one inline policy there. So there are two this policies you can see, but I don't like. I want to show you from scratch. Okay, so I go there and this basically what it will do, it will assume one role. Okay, this STS policy what will do, it will assume one role there. So what is that? If you go down, right, and you see here, so there is one assume policy I have created, right? So you can just copy paste it. It is nothing. It is just default like effect allow action STS assume role, and then which resource it need to exist. Okay, so which resources need to exist? It need to access this resource, right? Cloud Learning 25. So I have to mention the account number of that. Okay, I go there and I will update this account number into my policy. Okay, and then it should also go with the role, right? So it have S3 full access role which I already given, but if you want to see it from scratch, I can create a new one for you. Okay, so both these are the same things only, and I can remove it so that you can learn from scratch, right? So you just need to go and need to click on inline policy. We have to create now new inline policy from scratch. So this don't have any other, and I just click on inline policy. You can choose the services here from Visual Editor as well, or you can just put the policy directly here. So because for me it is already there, so I just copy paste that. But if you see, I need to update my account number. And then I have to create the role as well in Cloud Learning 25 because I have to access the resources. So I updated it, and then now I let me create one role as well there. So role is having this permission, like I want to give the S3 permissions. So all actions are allowed for S3, and let me create this role. Okay, so need to create a cross account role, right? So I go to AWS account. So I have to mention like which AWS account for which I want to give the permission, right? So I want to give permission to other AWS account. Which AWS account? My Cloud Learning 25 account, right? So I just so it is like the role which I am creating. I am giving permission to my master account, which is Cloud Learning 06, right? So I just mentioned like, okay, this account should be able to access my role, okay, the role which I am going to create. So now you can create this role directly here as well, right? Or you can create some custom role as well, whatever you require, right? Whatever the required permission you want to give, you just need to create that role and just need to add the required permissions, okay? Or you can create your own custom policy as well. So you can create your custom policy and there you can put the things, okay? Now I have into JSON format, so I can do that, right? Or you can choose it. So that is very straightforward. You don't need to do anything. So now I'm just creating this policy. This is custom policy, right? Custom role. This is normally what happen like for IT administrator. They need custom policy most of the times because we don't want to give access to every permissions, right? This is what you will have. So your role will have the required permission actually. And the account, the consultant account or the primary account, the master account, which you say, whatever you refer, right? Like whatever you refer, it will call like landing zone account. Okay, so this is called landing zone account as well. So I just given this policy, and now this custom policy got created, and this is like landing zone account. Okay, this is your main account where all users will be exist. So it would be better like if we refer it landing zone. Okay, then I go to my landing zone account, and that's it. Now I have to create the role, right? So that is policy got created. So that policy got created, right? And now let me just again like creating that rule. So I have to repeat the steps. And now I choose my custom policy which I created. Okay. I just give a name S3 cross account rule. The same role I can give name I can give here as well, right? So I given this for easy reference and I create this role. Okay. So now my cross account role is also ready, which will have the permission of S3 only, right? No other permission given. So if I am accessing my account with this role, the people should be able to access the required permissions, right? The given permission in this account, Cloud Learning 25. Okay. There is no user there, Cloud Learning 25, name as Prashant, right? But from the landing zone, they should be able to switch role, and with the assume role, they are able to access them as well, right? So let me just update this thing, and now 8684 my Cloud Learning 25 primary account where my resources exist. I created the role, and this will be ready. So this permission I need to attach into my user as well, right? So I go to my Cloud Learning 06 account, landing zone account, and I just update the policy here, right? So what is the policy says? That it should be able to access this account with this rule. So for your reference, I just created this inline policy again, right, and updated the thing. Done. We are all good to know. Good now. Okay. So we can use this one. So again, like this is same like policy only getting created inline policy, right? I did it from scratch so that you know better. So now Prashant have this policy, right? And I should be able to access via S3 cross account rule. How to access this? I need to go to dashboard. Okay. And I have to use this landing zone account custom URL. I am custom URL. Okay. So here I go to dashboard and copy the custom URL. Okay. And let me open this into some other browser. Okay. Let me open it into Chrome. And now I will log in with my landing zone custom URL. Okay. Username Prashant6, right? And then the password. So here you go. All set. Now, here is the magic, right? You can see, you click on this option, you will find one option called as switch role. You can give the account number. So this would be my Cloud Learning 25 account number, right? Where my resources exist and which have the required role. Copy it. My role. So it should be S3 cross account role. Okay, so all set. And you can see that there is no account as Prashant 6 into Cloud Learning 25, right? Where my resources exist. I only have the role which is called S3 cross account role, which is managing all the things. So I just need to focus on the role management, right? I'm not doing any user management in my other AWS accounts, right? All the management, user management will be done into my landing zone account. Now, VPC I try to access, right? I don't have the VPC permission, so I am not able to do. You can just see I don't have the permission. Now let me try with S3 service and see I'm able to see the bucket. Right, so this bucket is exists into Cloud Learning 25 account. Let's cross check, like, is it really exists in Cloud Learning 25? So I go to Cloud Learning 25 account, I go to S3, and here you go. If you see, the bucket exists, right? This is the same bucket, right? So this is like, with the help of role I am able to manage this, and I am able to access my resources and all the user management I have to do in my lending account only, right? Or master account, you can say. So I hope you find this video useful, right? And it is interesting for you. You can, if you are able to achieve the things, right? So uh, you can do, give a like, and you can share it with others as well. If you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe. You can find very relevant videos related to cloud computing. Okay, and you can visit my website like web.cloudlearning.co.in, and you can explore the courses. And for first 100 student, okay, the course is available for just 1500 rupees for right now. You can watch the AWS self-learning Hindi course. You can watch the AWS Hindi batch recording. You can get the AWS English course. All other courses are available. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.